Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to the arena of fierce head-to-head competition. Closing in on the semifinals, we have a three-game matchup sure to excite. Starting with Hamtaro, the Ham games, moving quickly on to Dodonpachi. And finally, a fan favorite that is sure to excite, Super Smash Bros. Melee. A showdown that is closing into our finals. Next week will be the final match of this full competition. Today determines who stands in that ring. Today I'm joined by Raph, Starblades once again manning the controls, and a special guest here, Nepeki, a resident expert, as many know, on the Hamtaro lore and legends, and particularly somebody we want to have here for the Hamtaro games. Guys, how are we doing today? How's everybody thinking about this competition? How are we feeling? We're getting close to the end. I'm excited. I'm ready to get into it. What are you feeling?
Great to be here, as always. Getting towards the end, but we still have two really exciting weeks. And today, I'm really excited about the three games we have. Hamtaro coming back from last year. We had it in the finals last year, this year in the semis. But it's going to prove to be something that the competitors are going to have to get through, as it's 13 different mini-games that they do have to get through. Then moving on, as you said, to Dodonpachi. We had Dodonpachi last year as well. It was a different one. But all bullet hells always require an insane amount of skill to get very far in. I'm sure we'll see that today. And then Super Smash, especially excited for that one. Big part of my childhood, and I'm sure most people's childhoods. And,
absolutely.
Looking forward to seeing what we see with that. What about you, Nepeki? Glad to have you, as Time said, on board as our guest today. How are you feeling?
Thank you all for having me here. It's a wonder to see you all. It's a great today. I'm going to speak in ham chat, don't mind me. But I'm doing good. I'm so excited to be here to look at the Hamtaro games. We got some great games coming up today. 30 mini games, like you said. It's going to be very exciting.
Excellent.
Fantastic.
Well, let's delay no more. Star, what do we have on the menu for today for our first game? Do we know who our competitors are? Raph, are we aware who our competitors are or who we want to be bringing in?
So our first match is going to be Crescent Crusaders against Hyrule Heroes. And for our two first competitors... Alright, so if Hyrule Heroes can send their lineup to either of us, but preferably Starblades.
Alright, excellent. So it looks like we have both representatives in here. Go ahead and fire up your streams and we'll get things moving along, gentlemen.
Alright, so we've got Eris against Junkie. It's an interesting match. The two teams were in Group D in the group phases, and actually, funnily enough, our next match will also be two teams from the same group, but that will be Group A. So they thought they were out of the group phase, they wouldn't have to face each other anymore, but no, as fate has it, one last time, they're gonna have to really prove who is the best team of Group D and the best team of Group A. Very
Eris, your hash is good. Let's see yours there, Junkie. Excellent. All right. Looking good. All right, gentlemen. Well, it's pretty straightforward here. It's a best of 13. Gonna give Nep the reins on this for most of it, just as the resident lore expert here. As we get started, though, before we do, prepare yourself, get back to the ready screen. We'll give you the countdown and then get you muted. You want to proceed right from one event to the next. Start whenever you're... Oh, you got a false start there, Junkie.
Yeah, I meant to press B, my bad.
No worries. All right, so again, you can cruise through them. As soon as you finish one, move on to the next. You just got to get through the best of 13. All right, if we're ready, gentlemen, I'll give you the countdown. It's going to be 3, 2, 1, begin.
Alright, so this is my turn. Let's go. So first up, we have the 100 HM dash, the ham meters. So this is pretty straightforward mini game. Just go for the red, and the faster you go, the faster the bar goes. As you can see, it's going really fast. And what they're going to be aiming for is 940 around that time, which is currently their own world record. So let's see if they can do it. They're very close to it.
Just a little bit shy of that over there for Junkie, honestly.
Oh, they're very close.
937 and 940. So as you said,
not bad at all.
Very close.
Well, 953, unfortunately, it looks like is what Junkie pulled in.
Oh, sorry.
The world record is 937.
You're right, absolutely. I was looking at the world record, 953.
Right, Arius is jumping into the hurdles. This is a pretty tight minigame because your rhythm is pretty close, and also when you land, you have to press a button to go faster.
Is that what's giving them that little dash then?
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to touch the hurdles because if you do, you might as well just give up.
Oof.
And that is
looks like we're
what's
having
happening at the bottom.
Yeah, we're having a little bit of difficulty with Junkie.
12:25.
Yeah, Arius was going through that a bit easier. Junkie had a bit more difficulty, but now seems to be having more success at the end of the segment here.
Yeah, 12 is very close to the best record, so very well done for Arius, and also, of course, to Junkie. So let's see, we're moving on to 2 different mini games at once. So we have Arius on the hurdles, on the hammer throw, and we have Junkie on the pole vault. Those are 2 very interesting mini games as well. So let me start with Arius. Hammer throw. You have like 7 turns to throw around the hammer, speed it up. You can do it during your first throw, like right here. Exactly, that's what they're doing. And then after 7 turns, you throw it as far as you can. You have to start at the bar at the right to the left and not go over it. And the world record is a very impressive 93, which is very impressive actually. Can they manage it today too?
We get here.
89 is also very impressive.
Still, very not 4 off isn't bad at all. So looks like we got a 618 over here so far for Junkie. Still trying to push that higher.
Yeah, they haven't been able to do it once yet. So let's hope that the final attempt will do it.
Oh, missed an input there.
Is very close to a very good time, and it is unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
So in this case, what does a failure state mean for us?
I'm sorry.
What does a failure state mean for us in this case? Is it going to be a huge problem? Is he going to be able to recover from that? Or is that going to be a big gap to close here?
It's going to be a big gap because if Arius even does the minimum amount, like the 4 meters, you have like between 4 to 6.50. If Arius does 4 points and get over that, they already won. That specific
I see.
And meanwhile, we have both the triple jump and the dive, also 2 very interesting minigames. Let's start with the dive, because Arius started a bit earlier. You have to do a bunch of button inputs. Do it as quickly as possible. If you do, you get into the animation with a pen, like right now, exactly. And the scores are shown on the right, what are the best scores. If you do it like...
Oh, a perfect score.
Perfect score, let's go. Awesome.
Oh, it looks like another failure over there, unfortunately, for Junkie on that attempt.
With the highest score of 18.99. Arius is still going very well. 87, another perfect? Damn. Very good.
Wow. Yeah, that first round really is the only thing holding him back at this point, and if he closes out with the rest of these as perfect inputs, it's not really holding you back.
Alright, and we got another hammer throw going on here. It's going good, it's looking good.
Not quite a perfect on that jump.
Unfortunately, went 1 round too much, and then you fail. That's very unfortunate.
I wonder if it's just the pressure mounting for Junkie over here. Maybe didn't quite get enough practice in. It's I understand, having a lot of different games. Maybe these ones aren't just his strength, but something we'll have to ask him afterwards.
Absolutely. See, does how he has to throw it now. Yes, exactly. Good. That was a pretty good throw, and it's going to end up at... Yes, show it.
Wow!
All right.
Which is what Arius had. I don't know what exactly it was, but it was 89 something also for Arius, right?
Yeah, I think that was slightly higher.
Less than a full unit off of his personal world record here, so that's fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, and Arius succeeded in the pole jump and automatically wins that by default. So they played it safe. They went for 6 first, which is the safe amount to go for. Like I said, it goes up to 650, and what you want to do is 630 or 640.
And
it's
identical throw.
Sorry?
Arius just had an identical throw over there. 289.98.
Oh, damn.
Wow, that's very impressive.
Alright, Junkie's going to the marathon. This is also a pretty straightforward minigame because it's a rhythm game. The rhythm never changes, it's the same every time, so you can practice this over and over again. And of course, the faster you go, the faster the rhythm goes, but if you can keep that going, well, then you're set.
I'm
And
interested
right
to
now
see
they're
how
doing
fast
very
this can
good.
go.
Yep, whenever Hamtaro is having that beautiful little face of his, that's when he's going at his fastest.
All right, so it looks like it slows you down with these checkpoints automatically, or?
Yep, exactly.
Gotcha.
And there you are back to default speed.
Changes the rhythm a little.
Again, and there we go. Meanwhile, areas on the bird jump. This is also a minigame that is the same every time. You try to build up as much speed as you can near the beginning. Like you're doing right now, every time when the hands being poked a panel up. There we go. So the race is every time the same. You just need to sometimes slow it down, because if you go too fast here, you bump into other obstacles, but they're doing very well right now.
Almost a flawless run out of Jonky as well. He's managed to maintain that perfect pace every time.
Absolutely, that's going very good.
Is 2 minutes a world record for this a pretty impressive time, or is?
Yeah, 2 minutes is a very impressive time. It's not a world record that's in the game by default. So what they have set is their own time, and if they can manage to do it again today, they have a very good shot at winning this minigame.
Excellent, excellent. What is this carrot thing we have here?
Alright, this is one of my favorite minigames. So this is both a race and also you pull carrots for points. And doing it at the very last moment will give you a score bonus of 30. So what you want to do is you want to both win the race for a bonus at the end, and you want to pull carrots at a perfect rate. Which Aries is doing very well right now. They're constantly scoring
I don't
30s.
believe I've seen a single one that he hasn't pulled perfectly.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Seems like
Game Champ in chat letting us know he believes that 159.55 is the max score for Marathon. Unfortunately,
Yes,
not
that's correct.
seeing that world record pace at this point, but still impressive either way.
2-1, yeah, that's still very good.
Not looking like he's going to win the race at this pace, but
Yeah,
very
it's
good
third place, so
verticals.
he will lose out on 40 carrots, but let's see if the amount of perfect carrots will still do very well for him. Meanwhile, we got swimming going over here. I will talk about it in a bit when we got the final score here, because I'm very excited to see this. Where does this go?
Impressive. There he is. All right, 836.
Very nice.
A new world record.
Yeah, new personal
Personal
best.
best.
As well.
Yeah, the default score for that game is 808, so they went 30 over it. That's very impressive.
It's always really
Right, so-
impressive to see contestants put a PB on competition day with the pressure and
Absolutely.
everything.
Yeah, that's great. So we got swimming going over here. It's 4 lanes swimming back between different hams. They got the same button combinations every time. It's kind of like the first minigame, the 100 HM dash. So they're just doing button input. It goes faster the faster you go. Different inputs, but the inputs stay the same every time. So if you practice this well enough, you will do very well. And the
Looks like a
high
little bit
score for
early
this is
input on
close to
Jonky.
325, 326. So let's see if they can manage that. Well, going very good. Areas does go into the red zone every single time, it looks like. Jonky's also doing perfect, so
Finding a good zone there on the right. Yeah, Jonky maintaining a nice pace here.
yeah, it looks like Jonky is good at the rhythm stuff. Hamtaro on 1 heartbreak.
Only a second away from the
That's very
personal
good.
best. Not bad.
Alright, moving on to diving. We've seen this before. Do the fast button inputs.
Going to
Get
be
it
a
in time.
high bar to climb from what Arias showed us.
The areas did it pretty much perfectly, so this is going to be very tough to beat. So far, so good though. This could be close to 90. Exactly. Oh, this is going to be interesting.
Personal
And
best again
Arias
for
is on the
Sim.
record.
Yes, that's looking very sharp for Arias over here. Star, are you going to have the official tally, or?
Unfortunately, because at the beginning I didn't I don't know if we have all the results now. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. So meanwhile, we got areas with archery. This is one of the tougher minigames because, like you can see, the Bullseye is constantly moving around. You're kind of pushing against the wind. Well, not really wind in this case, but with the bow, and you have to be very precise and very good timing, like this.
Oh, I thought it was going to be a perfect release.
Yeah, it looked like that.
It really looks like it fights you on that, though. You're not kidding.
Yeah, you have to fight really hard with the records. So there's an achievement for 54 runs, probably the hardest achievement of this set in my opinion.
Oh, wow. Oh.
And personally, I've set a score of 56, and I don't think I will ever beat that. Alright, and Jonky's going to the synchronized swimming. This is also a minigame where the rhythm is the same every time you do this. The bottom inputs are the same as well.
So it's some good consistent practice. Yeah.
But this is one of those minigames you can practice over and over again. The rhythm never changes. So if they can do it very well, they can get a score of like higher than 90.
Another 9 over here for Arius, putting up an impressive archery score here. Slowly taking their time in rhythm, finding that zone.
Yeah, fortunately, you have enough time to do the archery minigame, so no rush, take it slow. Because one single mistake could cost you the game here, right here. And Arius is taking their time.
Oh, that wasn't quite.
Yeah, there's an 8.
I would like to see him take home an absolute 10 here. Or at least some.
Unfortunately, the final one is the hardest, so let's see if they can still pull it off. Oh.
Wow, that is really frightening.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically a trigger finger minigame. You have to press.
Wow!
Could it be it?
Oh, that's crazy,
Looks
though.
like it. Yes, let's go.
Excellent.
Wow.
51. And meanwhile, the other minigame is also finished. A 9 from the red.
Moving on to
from the
sailing.
other, and another 8.6. Still very good.
I remember actually this
sailing.
sailing one from last year really reminds me of a Zelda game.
The Legend of Hamtaro. The Sunshine Waker. Let's go. So there's also a pretty straightforward minigame. You have to go around the first 3 of those wheels. And then once you cross the finish line, you have 2 more to go. The win matters a lot on the final one. Oh, unfortunately, it looks like they made a mistake here. Do they have it? No, they don't have it. Oh, this is going to cost them. So normally you would go around from the right, and that is not what's happening now. So Arius made a bit of an oopsie there. Meanwhile, Jonky has already passed it successfully and is moving on to the next one. Yeah, like GameChamp says in chat, this should be a free win for Jonky unless he makes a mistake. Alright, this is the part I meant about. So what they're currently doing is they're constantly strafing forward, because the wind will automatically push you diagonally to the left or to the right. So this is also a tactic I usually do. It's just constantly switching between the angle. So they can
right.
do the fun one.
Yeah.
I'm getting almost like Tony Hawk Pro Skater vibes, grinding a rail.
Alright, going around the correct way.
There we go. Some great pace out of Arius over here.
Yep, they're going to the final one now, and then they just have to go to the finish, and then they'll be done. Meanwhile, Jonky is struggling a bit to keep the pace going, but there we go.
So this is one of the longer mini games, I guess.
Yes, correct.
Much longer than all the other ones we've seen.
Yes, the marathon and this one are both the longest mini games in the game.
So 122 for Arius. Let's see where Jonky ends up.
Also closing in on the finish. Actually going to come in ahead, I believe, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
About 116 something. Yeah, 1696.
Alright, Arius going for the triple jump. Jonky already did this, was at 18, I believe. And Arius is going very good so far.
We did receive word that just in order to save on-air time, we're going to have refs review the review the results as we move into the next match, and keep things a little bit of tension, a little bit of tension as we wait that announcement. But just keep things moving.
With rhythm. 1864. Junkie in the meantime doing very good on this minigame. Yeah, this is when you go too fast and then you turn around real quick. Which doesn't lose you any time fortunately, so they're doing very good right now.
Couple of missed inputs over there for Arias, I noticed.
Yeah, the rhythm on those first A presses is very tight. It's it feels a bit buggy at times on how precise you have to be. Oh, a perfect score on Burback Wedding. Damn.
Wow, I was wondering what that zero meant, so it's a perfect.
I was worried that they failed, but then I see first place. I don't know.
I was thinking
this is a perfect score.
And now we're seeing a Junkie on that carrot race that we saw Arias on. I don't remember. Do you guys remember what Arias came out on? I think it was
838 or something?
Yes, something like that. Let's see if Junkie can come up ahead. I see that world record is over what Arias got, but obviously competition day. Let's see what happens.
Let's see them break it here on live on stream. Let's go.
Yeah.
Even higher than that. So yeah, like you see, they are not really aiming to be the first place in this race. The bonus is very small. Like the first place gets 60, second 40, third 20, and third gets 5. So now they got 5 bonus carrots. But what matters most is what they pulled during the race.
I definitely believe I saw Arias pull down some more 30s, but I could be proven wrong here.
Yeah, I think you might be right, but let's see.
Yeah, I think so as well. If I had to guess, this would probably be close to 780.
Oh, wow!
I did
867 beats their personal best and beats
amount.
Wow.
Let's go.
No kidding. I guess that's what we get for talking smack.
Alright, and Arias finished up synchronized swimming. Let's see what scores he gets. A 9. 9.6. Oh yeah, this is looking good for Arias. Yep,
And
that's the win for Arias. 92, very good.
I do believe that exceeds Junkies.
Yeah, and Junkie, meanwhile, on the... sorry, what's the name of this arrow minigame? Archery.
Yes.
Is it just the best score out of the 6 tries that's kept? Or is it
no, your total score, I believe.
That's your total, okay.
Yeah, it should be total score. Right, Arias struggling a bit near the beginning.
Oh, Game Champ called that world record there, that perfect number. It looks like he hit a perfect marathon at one point.
I actually saw Game Champ on the leaderboards earlier, yeah. That was with a very impressive run. Right, Junkie getting good scores right now. I believe Arias did 51 or 52.
Arias did have a 7 for their first shot, but did pull in some consistent 9s and rounded out with a 10. If he can get 2 9s and a 10, I believe that would put him in the lead.
Yeah, exactly.
Still, remember that 10 on that last shot?
Perfect.
Oh, we're having a bit more trouble here.
Oh, this is looking good. A 9.
Oh, bullseye.
Okay, we're hanging in there.
Wow.
Alright, it's going good. Oh, Game Champ said they did it last year, live. Oh.
Gotcha. Yes, that would make sense. Such a tradition to have this game come back around, and you know it'll be here again next year.
I really wanted to play this myself as well. Such a shame I cannot. 9. Yeah, this is really good for Junkie.
A lot of 9s, yeah.
Yeah, if he can close it with a 10 here, I do think he takes the lead with the archery.
I think he can even miss like I think he can even go for an 8 or a 9, and it would still give him the win. So
early shot on
7 though.
That might be an identical score. No, the 10 might put him 1 ahead.
If you're right, and it was 51, 1 point difference.
Yeah, it puts him behind.
So that 10 really going to pay
Arius.
dividends for Arius. If that's the
Very
case.
close to the world record.
So I believe that closes out. Just a smidge over. It's going to be close.
That's very good.
Looks like Jonky has wrapped up all their games.
And was this the last one for Arius as well, maybe?
I believe so.
Yes.
So we'll get them unmuted, let them know that we're reviewing things.
Should we interview them once we get the results?
Yes. So, gentlemen, fantastic runs here. I do have to let you know that we have referees reviewing the footage to get the ultimate winner overall. But we'll bring you back in after we have that for a little bit of talk down. So I hate to leave you guys in suspense without who took home that victory. This one just takes a little bit more time. But we are going to keep things moving to our next match. And once we announce that win, we'll get you guys in here in an interview. Thanks for hanging out, and we are thrilled to see those results.
All right, so hopefully we'll have those results at the end of this match, at the end of this game, I mean, and we can get them back in. But in the meantime, we're moving on to Dodonpachi, and it's looking like it's going to be Doggy against Monkeybug.
It looks like Monkey's hash is all right here. Oh.
The Doggy.
Yep, you're good, Monkey. Oh, you're just holding there. Gotcha. A little bit of issues with Doggy. Looks like we're getting our stream back up.
Let's get him back up now.
And you are good. All right, so Simplon, the bullet hell game, it kind of controls itself. You have highest score without dying, auto submits after 7 minutes. Best of luck to both fighters. This is a game that I would not get off the first couple of waves. So, going to give you the countdown here, and it's going to be 3, 2, 1, begin.
Okay.
All right, so we got a mutant Devin. Like I said there, this genre has never been my style or anything I was good at. Beautiful aesthetics and a thrill to see somebody who can do it well, but I've never been one to handle these reliably.
I'm in the same boat as you. They can be a lot of fun, but I'm not very good at them. And I always find it very impressive when someone puts on flawless.
Oh no!
Oh. So.
Monkeybug already taking a fail. No. Well.
So that means.
I suppose we call it. Just in the interest of keeping things moving, I think that's. I hate to do it to Doggy. They probably practiced the hell out of this. This is impressive. What Star Raf? Best 2 out of 3 opinions here. What do you think?
I mean, now I'm wishing we had set up a couple tries. But
no. I mean, out of us 3, let's vote. Do we call it early or do we let him run?
I'd say let him run. I mean, we've only got 2 matches today.
Sure.
Just it seems a shame to stop them when they put all that practice in. But it's up to you guys as well.
No, it's over right there. I think you're with you as well. This is shaping up to be a very impressive run. Like I said, I would have been done so much before this, back to my default weapon and screwed even further. There's another style of game like this. The plush dolls are made out of it. You see them posted all the time. What are those? It's same style of bullet hell.
The what? Sorry, say that again.
There's some like Japanese style bullet hell game with they make little plush dolls. You see them posted all the time in Discord chat. I cannot for the life of me remember them, but that is another bullet hell game similar to Dodonpachi. And it's just those. We seem to have a lot of people in the community who enjoy them. Is the point I'm trying to make. Someone in chat saved me there. Yeah.
Yeah, I would not have been able to help you there. Sorry.
No worries. Yeah, it was escaping the hell out of me.
Oh, but such a shame for Monkeybug.
I really wonder what happened there.
Yeah, we should definitely get him in here once this finishes.
Yeah, I imagine there's a little bit of rage brewing, and I wouldn't fault them for that for a second.
Yeah. I mean, we have to say the pressure, especially at this stage of the competition. I mean, this is the closest you can be to not getting a medal. it's 3 out of the 4 teams competing today will get medals. Only 1 will not. So, there's the most pressure, I think, out of any week today, including the finals. I think the semis have more pressure than the finals. So
imagine going into this match specifically without having the results of those Hamtaro games. You don't know if you're fighting for your life right now.
Absolutely.
Doggy just still putting up an absolutely impressive performance. Even if Monkey Bug held on, I think they'd have their work cut out for them.
Yeah.
Looks like we unfortunately lost Monkey, but I can understand. Absolute deft control of these power-ups here. This is a game I looked into a little bit just to get more familiar with all these upgrades and things you can grab. And sure, as you can see, this looks like it might be one of their best runs they personally had with that achievement unlock. Game champ over here. The game's not even pretending to try. Only level 2.
So Monkey Bug just texted us. He said that he probably is not up for an interview as he's quite upset. He said he alt-tabbed and then died.
No!
So unfortunate.
Oh my god. The worst. It's like getting hit with a Windows update or something. Unfortunate. Yeah. Doggy is submitting a score right here. I'm not sure what that was. They're definitely not done. That is unfortunate, though.
Yeah.
I mean who hasn't been there?
Yeah. But
just for it to happen on competition day.
Yeah, it's not their fault, and I'm sure they feel really bad about it. I can't imagine.
So, what team is Doggy on one more time? Clyde's Crusaders or Hyrule's Heroes? Hyrule, all right. Looks like we do have our points coming up in the All right, so still maintaining strong, closing in our last minute of gameplay for Doggy here, fighting for their life, and I'm not sure if they even know it.
Yeah, they might think this is very close, and so definitely trying to get the best possible score they can.
Don't want to take them out of the zone either at this point. I mean, with less than a minute of remaining and so many, like I said, I don't know if they reset their achievement progress before today or something, because I've seen 2 pop during this run. They might just be having the best run of their life. Not too familiar with the set, so I wasn't recognizing those off the top of my head. And there goes our death. All right, just under a half a minute remaining, but what an impressive run.
Yeah.
Doggy, just under half a minute, and you took the death, but not to worry, you did take home the victory. A very impressive run there. Something I wanted to ask you, if you're willing here, you had a couple achievements pop mid-run. Was that something that you reset your progress on, or was this just one of the best runs you've personally had, and what a better time to have it than on game day?
No, I intentionally played offline because... Okay, so just so you know, last week, like when I was practicing for Armor Core, Galactic had at most a 350 before I overtook him with a 316. So from then it taught me something, that if I win, if I score high on the leaderboard, Monkey Bug would just learn how to chain and then swoop me with 100 mil. So the best idea was to turn off my Wi-Fi when I logged in, and then just grind it out like that, so that my best was 20 mil, so it wasn't even better than Monkey Bug's. But the comfort that he won't try to improve was so much better.
So we do unfortunately have a tale of tragedy in the semis. Monkey Bug faced an alt tab that couldn't have happened at a worse time and died almost instantly.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I thought he lived so much longer because like I die and then the game is still going on and y'all aren't calling me in, so that means that he's still probably alive. And so, oh my god, he got like 200 million points at this point.
No, we wanted to let you finish.
Yeah, after putting in so much practice, we figured we wanted to see what run you can put up, and it was better than either Raph or I could have done.
Actually, the entirety of stage 2 was all never practiced. I basically only practiced stage 1 because like I had a route that gave me 40 mil. I screwed it up after the mid boss, but after that, stage 2 is all improv.
Wow.
Gotcha. Well, it was very impressive either way. Sympathies extended to Monkey Bug. You hate to see it on game day, and I do apologize, but you take home the victory either way for that one, Doggy. We're still waiting official results on the Hamtaro games, it looks like. And we'll keep things moving into the final round and see who's going to progress into the finals, gentlemen. But
I'm just happy that I won. That's all. I keep my win streak. That's all that I need.
You're satisfied. Well, we'll see if I talk to you next week, Doggy. Have a good one. All right.
Looks like time. We will talk to him either way, because we'll still have the third place matchup next week as well.
Oh yes, excellent. True.
But so that is one win at least for Hyrule Heroes. The Doggy bringing 1 point, and we'll see if it's a 2 pointer already or if it's a 1-1 when we get those results on Hamtaro. But let's move on to Super Smash. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Starblade. All right, so
Gotcha.
Let's get Proto and Nikki in here.
Broda, Nikki, fire up that Slippy stream.
So we're gonna need only, I think, one of the two to stream. Is that correct, Starblades? Yeah.
Looks like Nikki has her back here.
Oh, that's sweet music.
I know. Home sweet home. I know this is just the methadone equivalent to all of us jiffing for actual GameCube rollout, but hey, we'll take what we can get.
That's an astute comparison. Okay.
Well, I think we need each other's codes first to link up.
Yeah, I can either connect to him or you can connect to me, it don't matter.
We got to do both.
Oh, we have to do both?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
Alright, what's your code? You want to put it in the Discord?
Sure. Right here.
Chat rooting for, let's see, Cress's Crusaders here just for justice for Monkey Bug. So it looks like you are now, guys, the fan favorites over there.
372. You love to see it. Nick 372. Okay. Searching. So once we're both searching for each other, it'll link us up and then the fight will start.
Okay. Good luck to you, sir. Okay, fun.
Same to you.
So as a reminder, guys, it's you each have to win. Well, to win, you need to win with all three of your characters. Oh, they can't hear me anymore. Never mind. Well, at least the audience knows that. So
I was muted. Something I'm interested specifically for this game and matchup and really looking forward to is the stage variation.
yeah,
A lot of us are used to playing, maybe no items, Final Destination, or things like that. Maybe we have our fan favorites, but earlier today, Blaze was talking in chat. You take someone to Brinstar Depths, you've got some gimmicks on your hands. There's a lot of room for stage manipulation depending on how well you know this game.
absolutely. And this first stage was random. Oh, and there we go.
Clean moves by Sheik here. A very high tier character. Go ahead.
Sorry, did I get that wrong? I believe it was the first to lose one of their stocks. It's not the first to deplete all of the stocks. Could I get a confirmation on that? Because if that's the case, then we already have a winner.
Oh,
for
true.
this
Yeah, until you lose a stock with them, first one to run out of characters loses.
So I believe they should stop now.
So that would be first for Proto. Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Let's undeafen them.
Yep. All right, gentlemen. So
All right,
might
guys.
be a little bit of confusion on the rules. It's actually just the first to lose their first stock. So Proto took the win on this one.
Oh, really?
Yep. You'll have to rotate your characters now.
Okay. How do we reset? That's what I thought.
Oh, it's the full fight?
Yeah, that's usually when they say stock, they just tell
Where
you
you-
that it's live based instead of just because there's different modes.
I am so sorry, gentlemen. Continue.
No,
Jesus
that's
Christ.
My
For
bad,
clarification
then.
for the audience,
Yeah,
full
Raph,
stock fight is going
Raph.
to be the full fight with both character. For each character, it's going to be 4 stocks for a full stock fight.
So
Raph, you got egg on her face, buddy.
Sorry, it's my fault. I got confused when it says...
Continue. We're muting
Sorry,
you.
my bad.
Oh,
Should
buddy.
we have them restart? That's, I don't know. I feel like
That's-
I kind of messed them up there.
I'm not sure there, bud.
Sorry guys, my bad.
Feeling like some egg on my face there.
Well, it's my fault, not your fault.
No worries, no worries. We'll recover. It's all right. It's 5 minutes is plenty of time to clear out these stocks. I don't think a restart is necessary, and they were both pretty much humble and honestly had a better interpretation of it than you. So, that being said, Sheik maintaining this dominance on the battlefield, a very fluid character. So, oh no! Nikki unfortunately taking an unfortunate death. Looks like a just sloppy overstep. Only had 24% damage. Really, a lot more life to live. Now, I believe Slippy handles this on its own, correct? They don't have to rematch or do
now
any of this?
now the loser gets to pick a map, if I understood correctly. The first map is random, and then loser gets to pick.
Hmm.
So I'm not sure who hosted. They might have to. Let's get them undeafened here. Hey guys, so for your second match, the loser needs to pick the map. Okay.
All right, so this is a classic matchup that I'm more used to seeing here. Final destination, no room to play. It's just you and your competitor, your
Yep.
opponent.
So they both decided to switch characters. Nikki could have kept his, but decides to go for Link, and Proto goes for Jigglypuff here.
Still having somebody in the bank for mystery, both people. Just barely misses that sleep. No punishment delivered, though. You would think that'd be a moment to capitalize with all these projectiles in your arsenal, but I'm not sure. Just kind of going in for these swords and getting punished. Something I've noticed in other players is if you can play the distance game with Link,
Oh, no.
you get a little bit more advantage off of it. Wave dashes way right off the edge. What? Bendy, why do Smash players hate fun? And it looks like we do have our Hamtaro winner. I'll hold off on that announcement until this match wraps up. But
Suspect.
excellent news. Proto maintaining absolute dominant here with 2
Yeah.
characters so far. It's going to be an uphill battle for Nikki. I haven't seen a single bomb yet, I don't believe. Sword alone won't win you this battle. Especially with the amount of recovery that Proto has in their arsenal as Jigglypuff. Being thrown
Manages
off
to stay on
stage.
there a few times, and now Proto has quite a bit of damage as well. 115%. Oh,
And there
but
we go,
here-
we're carrying you off.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, he blocks him because, if for anyone who doesn't know, if you have one person on the ledge, then the other person cannot grab that ledge. So I don't know if
Well,
that was
honestly.
a voluntary block.
just kept him so far away.
Yeah.
Carried him right off the edge with that jump sidekick.
Of course.
It was just beautiful execution. That's one of the things that you get benefits of by playing as those Kirby's, those Jigglypuffs, those kind of floaty characters. You can control the air game so much
and
more
that's
if you know
gonna
what
be
you're
it.
doing.
That's it for our second game. Prota here getting a second win with their second character, so only needs one more character. We're gonna go on to the third round here, and Nikki's gonna have to pick the map. I don't know if they're waiting for us to give them the go-ahead.
No, I don't. I'd hope not.
Let's undeafen Nikki very quickly. Nikki, you can go ahead and pick your third map.
There we go. All right.
All right, here we
Fox
go.
rounding out their arsenal for Prota.
Nikki deciding to stick with Link here.
Not the most positive results, but a projectile-heavy character against Fox who can use that reflect shield. If they know what they're doing, it's going to be, again, not the matchup he was hoping for. Boomerang here
A lot of
would really
blocking.
close the distance, maybe an arrow tossed every now and then. See, that it really forces your opponent to respond to the projectile. Either you're going to take a little bit of damage for that, or you're going to dodge, hopefully, into where I want you to be. And I'm just not seeing Nikki use those strategies, where Link seems to excel.
Yeah, absolutely. But here, no. You know, just Prota having very good management of distances and getting back into the center. But just as I say that, no, but he does recover.
Right. His stage control has been absolutely flawless. That grab to throw was fantastic, right out of the snatch. Oh my god. Right. I'm not even able to keep up at this point.
Yeah,
I'm getting
there's
too
so
hyped
much
up.
happening,
I'm
yeah.
watching Melee again, honestly.
So now Nikki has lost 2 of their stocks. And there we go. It manages to get rid of one of Prota's stocks there. Both
A
back at
full
0%
stock
damage.
distance, though.
Yeah.
That's a huge gap to recover for how much stage control we've seen Prota maintain.
Those dashes, Prota's dashes are really paying dividends here. Getting
I
him
haven't
back
seen,
in the center.
The Fox combo with the throw down into the reflect shield is something. I think that's the only time we've seen the reflect shield, not for its intended use. As Nikki starts spicing in a couple more projectiles, you have to wonder if that's going to be called into the game more. Just barely out of distance, so Prota's able to get back on stage and maintain that up B.
Both at very similar damage percentages.
Still that full stock of distance, though. That's a huge deficit for Nikki to climb.
Yeah.
Prota be coming back fresh and recharged. Going to want to finish this off fast to maintain the distance, and he does so.
Wow. Only 1 stock remaining here for Nikki. And that's 1 stock away from losing the whole match as well.
It all comes down to this. He's going to have an uphill battle, especially even if he manages to win this game. He's going to have 2 more fighters to go. Still, we always love an underdog story. But he's not the dog. Fox. Thing? Bad joke. Anyway. Yeah, chat saves me again. Down throw into shine. I just keep calling it the reflect shield.
Nope.
3
And
upward
that's
kick
gonna
finishes
be
right
it.
there.
Wow.
So,
3-0
win.
Yeah, the 3-0 win
these
for
people.
Prota.
Unmuted,
So
undeafened. Gentlemen, fantastic matchup. Thank you for taking with grace that interruption. We do apologize once more for that. But my God, a 3-0 finish for Prota. Nikki, in that first round, I noticed you unfortunately suffered an early last stock death with Marth. Only 24% left on the bar. Just you hate to see it. Moving into Final Destination, Jigglypuff, Prota, you had masterful control of the edge and air game. Those floaty characters really seem to be something you were well with navigating, as well as the quick and agile ones, as we saw with Sheik and Fox. A lot of stage control, a lot of fluid movements. Saw some good combos, the down throw into Shine. It was Nikki. I think a lot of us would have an uphill battle to face on that.
Yeah, this is not like a very strong game for me. I practiced all week and I was beat up all week, to be honest.
No, and that's a lot of my experience with it with my friends, let alone, bringing it into the retro achievements arena. So no fault there.
Skill ceiling is very high for this game,
Oh God, yes. Proto, is this something you played a lot growing up as well?
Don't get me started on Melee. Because my experience with Melee was just getting my butt whooped in college. Because I didn't have a GameCube, I did not have Melee, so I couldn't practice. I could only play in the club room, and I would get whooped all the time. It wasn't until the later entries that I actually had them and could play and get better. So I've always had like that weird vibe with Melee. Plus Melee's just its own beast, but I was always like, ugh, Melee, like I suck at that game. So it's like, oh man, this week we gotta do Melee, and I'm like, okay, I gotta channel all that pent-up aggression from getting beat down every day in the club room, and like, nah, I gotta do the beating this time. So
well, you certainly did that.
Thank you, because I do not consider myself very good at Melee.
Oh, sir, you are very good. At least in my opinion.
Thank you. My college self really appreciates that, because that's all he wanted to hear back then. You're good at Melee.
Vindicated.
Finally, some vindication.
Gentlemen, that does wrap up the third match, and we did get the results of the Hamtaro game. I saved the announcement until we're all here. Let's go ahead and get Arius unmuted and Jonky unmuted as well. So, in this last matchup, we had Proto take the win for Cressus Crusaders. In Dodonpachi, we had Doggy take it for Hyrule's Heroes. And I'm here to announce that in the first Hamtaro games, we had Arius take the win, taking the win home for Cressus Crusaders. You guys have secured victory in this. You're moving on.
Heroes.
For Hyrule. Oh, shit, fuck. The team screen went away.
I haven't betrayed my team yet.
Yes. But fantastic either way, gentlemen. Head-to-head performances on that Hamtaro games, it's one of those single button input and you can fail a game. But either way, should be proud of your performance. Monkey Bug was one of those things we just hate to see, but it still was a head-to-head performance even without that. So fantastic. That team does move on. We are going to keep the competition progressing on, but thanks for being here, guys. All of you, Proto, Nikki, Arius, Jonky, fantastic. But anyway, yes, we'll see you next time.
See you later.
Congratulations.
Appreciate you, man. GG's.
Thank you.
And to Ashida's Ushers and Proto Man's Protectors. Got to bring Net back on for them if they're still around.
Ah,
Excellent.
excellent.
All right, so Hyrule Heroes moving on to the finals next week. Cressus Crusaders still in medal contention, gonna fight off next week for that bronze medal.
So very straightforward rules. Sorry to cut you off there, Raf's just going to get things moving, unfortunately, and we'll get back to that. Straightforward rules for this, gentleman. You're well aware of. Just progress to the next game, best of 13. I'll go ahead and give you the countdown here, and we'll kick things off. You can begin in 3, 2, 1, start.
Oh, before we get you guys deafened, guys, please use the game order on the site. Do not pick your own order for the games, if you don't mind.
All right, go ahead. You're all right, Bendy.
All right, Bendy, already finishing the first one?
You can begin, Choco.
63. Choco's still muted.
You're able to begin, Choco. Go ahead. All right, thankfully not a race, so no matter is starting a little bit behind.
Good thing they're starting at once, and Bendy's having a very good throw right now. If he pulls it off, that could be a very good score. That could be close to 91 if he does it correctly.
I believe that's above the world record we've seen previous out of both contestants.
That's a very good time. It is 9086.
That is
personal best.
Yeah.
Destroyed that world record. Let's go. Meanwhile, Choppy 942 on the dash. Very good time. It takes the win there as well.
Choco might have been pulling up the game list. That makes sense.
All right, another throw. This one won't be higher than the first one, so let's see how Chucky is doing. Good throw. Oh, that's going to be a full. Unfortunate. Yep, that's going to be advanced.
So a foul here for
All right,
Choco.
final throw for Bendy. Did not do it on the first try, so there's most likely also going to be a higher score than the first one. See,
Looks like a
Chucky also
good
missed
throw.
the first one there.
Ooh,
Does have a very
just a smidge under.
consistent-
Just under.
Yeah, this is not going to break Bendy's record, unfortunately.
Still beat the personal best, though, in this competition, so fantastic to see.
Yeah.
942 is on the last throw, though. Good going, Bendy.
So 90, 86 for Bendy. Let's see.
22 for Chucky. One final throw to go.
Yeah, still has one throw.
A 93.06 personal best, though.
Yeah, I was about to say that
really
world
good.
record, very, very high. So let's
is
see
a
what
really good throw.
this third throw brings.
Bendy fumbling a bit on the first one, no pan. Means that's close to 77 most likely. 84. Okay, never mind. I shut up. And Chucky finishes with 88-22.
So
This
Bendy
is
wins.
insane.
Duplicate throw.
Duplicate throw. Alright, got a pen on the second go for Bendy. So that means the inputs were good. 94.
Arias really pulling out those perfect inputs on that first matchup, though. Very impressive.
Yeah, Aria's got a lot of perfects. Let's see. Yeah, the pen. This won't be a perfect, but still a good score. Let's see how Chucky's doing. Chucky is doing some very good inputs right now. This could be close to a perfect, if not a perfect.
Starting very
There we go.
strong.
Good start for Chucky. Bendy on 88.
4 L inputs in a row.
Very convenient. This is looking very
Yes.
good for Chucky right now. 98.
Just a smidge off perfect.
Yeah, unless Chucky messes up somewhere, this should be the cat in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, which means that Bendy will be moving on to hurdles. So yeah, we've seen this one earlier. This is a pretty... the start is harder than when you actually get going, because you have a very short window to jump, and the longer you are in the air, the longer... the slower you are as well. So you kind of want to stay close, but also not too close, and when you land, you press a button, like Bendy's doing right now. Very good. Yeah, and now it becomes easier to jump over, you're faster.
Yeah, we're
Right.
seeing that little
Keep this
dash
going.
every time he lands.
He's
Exactly,
maintaining
yes.
fantastic momentum.
Yes, this is a very good run. So 1:13, world record beaten again. Let's go.
Excellent.
12-13.
So
12 seconds is also pretty much the best you can do for hurdles, like maybe slightly faster than that, but not much faster. But that's pretty much a perfect run.
4:45.98 for diving.
Alright, Bendy already moving on to the bird run. We've already seen 2 perfects here, so let's see if they can keep going as well. Let's go for all perfects for every contestant today. So pulling up the speed right away, very good.
And meanwhile, Choco on the
It's
hurdles.
a perfect first jump, so if he can keep this going, he will also do a very good time. Yep, short jumps, all good landings. It could be a very tight one. And he making a slight
Definitely.
turn there. That's
Bendy, I believe,
going to be a
definitely
perfect.
put in some solid practice here.
Choco
Ooh.
coming in at 12-14.
That's all 14, sorry, actually.
Just as I opened my mouth, unfortunately, right into that water wall.
Yeah, it doesn't look to be a perfect for Bendy, unfortunately. There we go, that's the finish. 75 penalty. Ending on 75.
75 for Bendy. Let's see what Choco ends up with.
Alright, Bendy in the meantime moving on to the pole vault. We unfortunately saw this earlier today. Like I said, you start between 4 and you go to 6:15. So what Bendy is doing right now is going for a save on at 6:13. His world record is 6:29.
And
It does seem like this one poses a lot of threat for our contestants today.
Yeah, exactly. If you're not perfect with your timings, this is going to be very easy to fail. And of course, you want to get as high score as possible because you have a contestant who might very well be perfect at it. So,
Is that really a 74 against a 75? Oh no, it's
No,
a
he
perfect.
didn't quite have that deficit. There was a few seconds up on Bendy's run. I'm not quite sure that score is
very
calculated.
consistent, 618. And its highest is going to be 623. So we have to hope that Chucky does not go higher than 623. Who starts at 6-3 or not?
Quite low.
623 for Bendy. So Chucky will have to either go higher than 623 or it will be a lose by default.
When starting at 608, I'm not sure if this might just not be a strong game for them, or.
It's a very tough game, but they got a world record of 640, which is 10 under the maximum. We should be able to do it. They're going to 689. You got the carrot pull for Bendy. Getting out some perfects right there. Or close to perfects as well. Alright, it looks like Chucky just went for the consistent safe strat first. And then going all the way up to, let's see if he also goes higher than Bendy. Oh, yes, he does want to go higher than Bendy.
We're putting some gravy on it, trying to decide where we want to be.
He does not know. 629 is going to attempt. Given that he has a world record of 640, very possible. Doing very good rhythm on the A's. So now it just depends on if he gets the maximum score, which he does.
No!
Oh no.
Meanwhile, Bendy finishing his carrot race. Let's see what score he ends up with. 618 on the pole vault for Choco.
Game Champ letting me know that birdback riding is calculated entirely on demerits. If you don't get any, you get a perfect score of 0.
Yes, exactly.
Gotcha.
And Bendy getting a PB there by 1 point, moving from 486 to 886 to 889. Sorry, 8 was it 889? I guess. Okay, we'll see at the end of the match, I guess.
Choco, unfortunately, struggling a little bit. Maintaining the rhythm now, but a couple of these early carrots were almost ripped clean off.
Meanwhile, Bendy's having some very consistent red zones for the swimming, so that's going very good. Not a single miss so far. They're all going into red or at the very least yellow. So moving on to boss. Using the same rhythm until the end of this lane. And we got Chucky in 4th place, so only gets a bonus of 5 carrots. So let's see if their pulls will still pull them ahead. It's going to be very tough. They got a world record of 859, which is still very good. But let's see if they can break it this time.
Game Champ commenting they might be tied at 3-3 right now if their score is right, if their tracking is right.
And it looks like Choco ends on 812.
812, so I believe Bendy did take that one.
Yes, that sounds about right. Bendy's still going strong on the swimming, but the boats are going good. So yeah, the best time I've seen for this one is around 325, 326. They both got a world record around that time. So
Bendy having some amazing inputs here. Sorry to override you there, Nep, but they're just this fast rhythm and absolutely maintaining, losing it now here, but
close to the end right now.
Yeah.
So this might even be a world record beat.
No, just barely not, but oh man, an impressive performance either way.
3:26.64, and if you notice, both their world records going into that mini game were very similar, only off by 0.04, I believe.
Yes, exactly.
Absolutely insane.
Yeah, 326 is pretty much the best time you can get. Of course, if you do super perfect, you can get 325, 324, but 326 is very consistent. And it looks like Chucky's also doing some very good inputs right now. Meanwhile, Bendy moving on to her favorite archery and starts off with a 10.
Wow.
Wow. All right, so if we can get 2 bullseyes out of Bendy here, it would be our first contestant of the day to bring home more than 1.
Wouldn't it be amazing if we did all bullseyes? Bendy. All right, Chucky moving on to Antara, the final swimmer.
A little wide on this one.
Right yeah.
9.
Be a 9.
Very good.
Ooh, not quite as reliable inputs that Bendy had on this final stretch, but still making quick work of it. I believe they're going to pull a personal best of their own. Oh no, not quite.
No, unfortunate.
Just over 327, so that's going to be a win for Bendy on the swimming.
And Bendy getting another 9.
Really taking home
Like
this archery
GameChat also
skill.
mentioned earlier in chat, this achievement was first at 55 before it got nerfed to 54. So yeah, it's definitely one of the tougher minigames just because you're moving around so much and you have to basically be a trigger finger for it's perfect in the middle. Which Bendy so far has been doing very well. Unfortunately, Chucky's looking to get a 7.
A little bit of a rapid release there.
Yeah,
Less than 4 seconds spent investing his time.
Bendy taking his time because it's not working. The wind is not working with him today. But there we go. That should be an 8. Yep.
With those first 3 shots, an 8's going to be just fine for
He's
him.
looking to get an 8.
An 8 as well, yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, this is going to be very tough to come back from.
You said earlier the rounds progressively get more out of control, correct?
Yeah, exactly. As you can see with Bendy, it's moving around very quickly right now.
Right.
And it's very hard to
Bullseye, yeah.
Bullseye, let's go. And also for Bendy a 9 again. Well, if he didn't get that achievement yet, he might get it to get a 9.
Oh,
right,
that might be another bullseye for... Nope, 9.
But almost.
Oh, it was a 10!
It is. Wow.
Let's go!
2 of them in a game. There you are.
Unfortunately for Bendy, it's not a bullseye, but still a 9. And he gets the achievement!
He got it.
Let's go!
And another bullseye. Wow.
Oh, Chucky's doing very good.
Can Choco still win this? What was the final score for Bendy?
54 for Bendy.
54. So right now, Choco's on
9. Or a 10 and 10, of course. Which...
He got it!
Oh my god! He got it!
Oh.
No! Wait!
It's
Oh no!
Oh, damn.
1 point difference, what?
No!
That was insane. That did not look like an 8.
Recount! No. Oh, I would feel robbed.
Oh, yeah, that did not look like an 8 at all.
Not at all.
Wow. Well, still got 3 10s, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's absolutely crazy. Absolute massive performance there. Meanwhile, moving on to the staging. Benny's already at the second buoy. Choco's right at the first.
So both using that.
having a little trouble.
Benny's a bit struggling at the second one. It looks like he got it back now.
Both using that technique you were talking about of left, right, left, right.
Yeah, exactly.
But
so
Bendy,
from the second, third, and from the from the first to the second, and from the second to the third, you can just go in a straight line.
Okay.
But once you get into the third to the first and first to the third, then you constantly need to strafe because you are either going diagonally left or diagonally right, which we're seeing right now with Bendy. Meanwhile, Chucky is looking to be in the lead right now, already crossing the finish line 35. Meanwhile, Bendy crosses it at 51. So this is looking to be a win for Choco because there's not really much room right now.
And if Game Champ's unofficial score is right, that keeps Choco in the game. One more win would be Bendy's game.
Right, and we got 3 more games to go after this. We got triple jump, synchronized swimming, and marathon.
He's going to have to hope for a clean sweep out of 3.
Because right now, Chucky is at his final buoy and is going back to the finale.
And crazily enough, we did talk to Choco before today, and they said they had never played this game before, so first time playing this game.
In triple bullseye, that.
Yeah, absolutely. And very impressive performance.
Absolutely. Oh, struggling to get across that finish line.
Choco, please do master this game, thank you.
So 109 for Choco.
Yep, that's a win.
Yeah.
Bendy unfortunately struggling at the end and will reach the finale in like 1:33 most likely.
So Choco now moving on to triple jump. Bendy was in the lead.
Good call, Nep.
That's a very good call. Yeah. All right. So Chucky going on, getting very good rhythm there. This could be a very good score. He got a world record of 1931. Where you can see that Sandcastle, you know that you're already past the default world record, so 1860. Very good.
Okay. Do you recall what the default was? 19?
It was from the back of my head, it was somewhere in the 18.
Gotcha.
Bendy 17.99, just under the 18 mark.
A little closer.
Yeah, Choco improving
1904.
to 1904.
So it depends on if Bendy gets the perfect inputs right now, which unfortunately missed one. But it
With a
could
s-
still be one if he does this perfectly.
With a best score of 1908, it's going to be a hard hill to climb here.
Yeah, 1837. So the final go for Bendy determines this. Meanwhile, Chucky finishes with 1839, so 94 highest.
So Bendy needs to beat 1904 here in his third
Oh,
attempt.
missed those last two inputs, though.
Yeah, this doesn't look like it, unfortunately.
No.
Yep, that's the win for Chucky.
Still maintaining to stay alive, managing to stay alive.
Oh, I wonder what the total is
This is
right
going to
now.
be so close. Alright, the synchronized swimming is going to be at next. As mentioned earlier, this follows the exact same patterns of button presses every single time. So the if they mastered it. This could be very tight.
I think if I'm not wrong, they might be tied right now, but unofficial. We'll need a confirmation on that.
Unfortunately, Bendy missing at the first button press. Meanwhile, Chucky's doing them perfectly. Another not perfect. Alright, still staying in the game.
Alright.
Alright, so this could be the determining match.
I'm still so close though.
Yeah, they're going toe to toe right now. Very close games. Still holding on with the perfect rhythm presses.
Ooh, missing a couple over there for Choco.
Yeah.
This is really going to come down
Perfect
to the
one
wire
for
for this
Bendy.
game.
Yeah.
Perfect one for Chucky. This is going to be a very tight one as well. Alright, Bendy got his rhythm back. It's looking good.
And if
So
Bendy
Choco's
wins this
one up.
one, he's won it all. If he wins this one,
Chucky's finishing right now.
Choco
Which
needs
means
to
it's
get the
time for
win
the
here.
score. 9?
9.
9.
9.
This one's always going to be lower. Oh, never mind.
Okay.
9. Exactly
So
9.
A 9.
Alright,
And-
Bendy.
9.
9. 9.
Is it gonna be a tie?
Oh!
Wow!
Oh, so tight.
Choco
It's always the
gets
blue
it.
one.
To tie the game 6-6 going into our final mini game. It all comes down to this. That is so crazy that it's this close.
Absolutely
Always the blue
exciting
one
to
with the
see.
lowest score.
All right, and the final mini game is going to be a marathon.
Yeah, I think they were already in lead, right? So it will be 7-5 then.
Yeah.
I thought
Choco took the last couple of wins. If he lost that last game, Bendy would have had it at 7, but he managed to turn it around with the sailing, and then, yeah.
I got confused. I thought you said Bendy was leading with 6-5. My bad. Okay,
Yeah, so he turned it around at sailing.
so
Meanwhile,
that
Bendy's
is
doing very good on here. And
a win for
Chucky as well.
Choco.
Yeah.
So Choco got a world record of 2 on this one, and
Okay, so that is a first point now for Uchida's Ushers then.
oh, Bendy making a slight mess up. Bendy unfortunately lost a lot of speed there. If Chucky can keep this going, which they currently are, they're at full speed again.
But what a crazy close match. Wow.
Absolutely. No. Redemption arc from Choco. I honestly wasn't expecting that from being on the wire from, maybe game 8 and managing to turn it around. Very impressive.
Yeah, and it definitely looks like they practiced a lot because they got a 2-minute world record right now, which is, like I said, pretty close to the top world record because Game Champ was at 159.400, if I believe. So only like a full second off, which is very close, very impressive. Bendy meanwhile keeping the perfect rhythm going again. Although Chucky is already in the lead, so this is looking to be if they can keep it going. Yep, Chucky is in the stadium, so this is going to be a win for Chucky as well. 2-7. Alright, Ben,
Pretty far off from their personal best,
now.
unfortunately.
But unfortunately, won't make it, which ends him up at 2-13.
All right, there we go. So it is a victory for Choco. Let's get the team standings back up. Let's get these two on deaf and unmuted. Welcome aboard, you two. One hell of a matchup. Bendy, at one point, you had him on the ropes, I believe it was 6-4 or something, 6-5. But managing to turn it around, Choco does take the win for Ochita's Ushers on this one. Talk to me about this game, though. How much practice did you put into it beforehand? I noticed some impressive personal bests out of both of you. It looks like you definitely prepared for this for some time. But then I was told that Choco didn't play this until today and managed to pull home 3 bullseyes.
No, not until today. I mean, before the competition, I think is what I understood.
Until it was announced. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay, so that's a little bit more understandable at that point. But still, 3 bullseyes in your archery. That was very impressive. Bendy, you had some absolute amazing scores out of the synchronized swimming. It looks like you struggled a bit on the sailing. But yeah, as I was asking, the practice, the preparation, did you put a lot of time in this? Was something you took seriously, or what's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I put in a good amount of practice. One thing I wanted to check, I'm looking at the scores right now. It says I got an 88-22 on hammer throw. I thought I got above 90, you know? Because I could have sworn I got a PB on that one.
Who's recording totals?
I think Starblades published the totals in the chat.
But anyway,
we'll double check that and get back to you.
I'm happy with how he played overall today.
Sure.
I don't know.
I think Bendy was the winner of the hammer throw, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was, I feel like I did good overall. I got a few PBs while playing, which was kind of insane.
Definitely.
I did choke on a couple of them, but they weren't terrible chokes, so I'm overall happy with how I played. That's awesome that it was that close.
No, and we love to see that. We've seen it in the first matchup. It was pretty cool to see a couple people beat their personal best, and to see it on competition day, you know, that means you're really bringing the heat at a time that you need it the most. But just a fantastic matchup, guys. Sorry for the confusions on the scores and all that. But yeah, Choco says started playing it on Thursday.
Yeah,
all right,
that's
so
crazy.
Not too long ago. Very, very, very awesome matchup, though. We're going to keep things moving, though. Neither team out of it just yet. We've still yet to see who that will be, but we'll talk to you next time.
All right.
All right. 1-0 for Uchita's Ushers. Let's get into Dodon Patch. It's going to be game champ against Maze.
All right, gentlemen. Go ahead and prepare yourself with the ready screen. We'll give you the countdown.
All right, hopefully we don't get any problems like our last Onpachi match.
All right, looks like we're about ready. All right, well, you know what you have, 7 minutes. Don't die. It's going to be ready in 3, 2, 1, begin.
All right.
So I'm hoping for no alt tabbing here. Monkey bug, RIP. Let's see.
Too soon, too soon.
So something that pretty interesting in the fighter matchups, the ship you choose. Very, very different ways to play this game. We see almost identical play so far up until this point, doing pretty well. Combo a lot higher there for Maze, maintaining a higher consistent score. Keeping that combo up is going to be the key of your, you know, like our first competitors were saying, you can really do some easy loops here and rank up the hundreds of millions. I believe it was Doggy who was panicking, saying, if Monkey Bug's been alive this long, oh god, I'm screwed. So the method of play, it really is one of those things that can make all the difference. It's not just about surviving 7 minutes, it's about how you survive those 7 minutes.
Absolutely, and really want to get that score up as much as you can. I don't know how they're doing this. It's just there's so much stuff on the screen, it's going so quickly, and both of them seem like it's just a walk in the park. Just effortlessly navigating. They know the patterns, I'm assuming, off by heart, because they're just doing this. I don't know. I find it really impressive to see people playing bullet hells this way.
I'm right there with you, and if you notice something about these games, it honestly takes very little inputs. Your hitbox is quite small, all things considered. So the fractions of an input will move you enough to dodge most of this hellscape. Part of the way that it wins is making you feel overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Maintaining your cool is essential.
And both onto the first boss.
A massive combo for both of them here on this boss.
Oh!
Oh, unfortunately,
Is that it for
May's
Maze?
taking a death. Wait.
How many? Oh, so
they're
there are
dead.
several lives, I guess.
Yeah, they're dead. Yeah.
There we go.
They had it set to 2 deaths. They just took it on honor system, I think.
So
Already ahead, though. It looks like 1.5 some up there. Yep, and that's
Yeah.
going to push them over.
all right, we'll let Game Champ finish.
Yes.
But that is a win. So Game Champ bringing it in for Protoman's Protectors and tying it up. It was 1-0 for Uchida's Ushers going into this 1-1 now. So it will all come down to our melee match after this.
We settle things on the battlefield. This time with no interruptions. Yay. No, but it should be a nice matchup. While we're waiting for Game Champ to show us how they can really master this game, who are your guys hoping to see character-wise in this upcoming Melee match? Speaking of which, let's get our contestants muted and in here so they can start their Slippy match and get their friend codes exchanged, or at least have them do that ahead of time.
Yes. Sounds good.
So it's going to be Clyde and Retro Game Master. Let's get them muted.
Oh.
Oh, there we go.
You had unmuted him after I muted him.
Everybody just muting.
I think all three of us are.
Yes.
Alright, and Game Champ still going strong.
All right, Clyde, Retro, if you can hear us, go ahead and start exchanging friend codes while we wait for this Dodonpachi match to wrap up. That way we can just have things at the ready. The shooter game.
So,
Coming into 100 million here, just about to, there it goes, breached 100 mil. Maintaining absolutely impressive control of the board, not looking so much like a bullet hell anymore as he is the enemy.
He is the bullet hell.
Yeah. It's him. He's the Jason Bourne. No,
okay, moving on, I think, to the second boss right now.
already closed another 500 mil. That's insane. That combo really doing wonders for him.
Let's see if Game Champ can actually make it to the 7-minute timer here.
Yeah.
Absolutely threading the needle on this too.
Oof,
Oh, yeah,
avoided
very
one of
close.
those. Oof, very close, yeah. But I mean, I think you have to avoid all this so close because there's just stuff everywhere.
Oh yeah.
But. And almost done with the second boss, and
There we go.
let's get through the second boss.
Just past 5 minutes, still plenty of more time on the clock to rack this score up. Oh man, over 200 now.
Look at all of those achievements they can earn.
Good lord, that missile salvo is just so impressive. It covers the entire span of the top of the screen.
Real, it just easily takes out every single enemy on the screen.
At what point does the possible achievement overlay just fill the whole screen?
Guys, I think Game Champ plays shmups. I don't know.
I mean, you know,
Holy shit.
definitely not their first time, I think, but we'll confirm.
No, this wasn't the Choco Milk Hamtaro strategy of I just played this Thursday. No.
I believe Game Champ had also put up a very, very impressive performance on Donpachi last year, but I think unfortunately had lost.
Oh my god! Are you seeing? Yeah, I just couldn't handle it, but still an absolutely amazing show.
And so close to the end of the 7 minutes. Very, very impressive performance. Let's get them both in here.
Absolutely. So Game Champ, Maze, amazing performances out of the both of you. I want to say, Maze, you put up some fantastic effort, quickly racking up combos, maintaining decent control of the board, but unfortunately the pressure mounted. Game Champ, dear God, you play shmups. Holy shit.
No, I don't.
You lie! Well, you should start. Holy hell! The achievements that you were able to get were starting to creep into your play view. The triggers that you had available, and you're just like, I don't know, this is just a Saturday fun time. I think it's fun to play in the Olympics. Do. No, holy shit. Okay, not to. All right, I'm rambling. Raph, ask him some questions. I'm blown away. God.
Maze, you put on a very impressive performance. Unfortunately, as I think you can tell by Time Crush's exclamations, Game Champ did take the win today, but still nothing to hold your head down. Game Champ, you tied the game, you tied the match. You were trailing by 1 point after the Ham matchup. Now 1-1, moving into our third round. Any thoughts from both of you about this match and the competition overall? Maze, why don't we start with you? Oh, Maze doesn't have a mic. Sorry, Game Champ. You go ahead.
Well, I just want to say, GG's very much, Maze. Your team is amazing. And also, I just want to say I'm very happy with my performance today, because last year, at the tiebreakers to decide our placement in the knockouts, I lost Donpachi. And I'm pretty sure that cost us the tournament. So
I mentioned that while, yeah, we were mentioning that as you were playing, that you put up a super impressive performance last year. It just wasn't enough, and it did cost you the tiebreaker. But you redeemed yourself this year, got the win on Donpachi. So I'm sure you can keep your head high now, and possibly and kept your team safe from being eliminated in this second match.
I was going to say, nothing's sacred so far, gentlemen. We still have a long way to go, but we are going to keep things moving.
And Maze does say in the chat that they had a feeling they died to that, and they wish they could have been in better shape for the competition, but oh well.
It's understandable and a good attitude to have. Oh well, you know, it's not the end of the world. This is just a fun time, all things considered.
Absolutely.
But it does come down to this final melee match.
Yeah.
Thrilled to have things going on. We're going to have Clyde Cadell faced up with Retro Game Master. They've already exchanged friend codes. Gentlemen, you know how these work. You've already submitted your characters. Slippy's going to handle the rest. We're going to get you muted from here, but please give us one hell of a performance.
Okay, here we go. It's looking like it's going to be Samus for Clyde and Ice Climbers for Retro Game Master.
Samus, one of my favorites, a little bit slower, going to be hard to deal with for that double kind of combo, quick rapid hits that Ice Climbers can put out. The floating nature of Samus and the heavy weighty combos doesn't lend itself well, but if he can eliminate one of those two, it's really going to open up Retro for some punishment.
Yeah.
I really wanted to call him Eat Your Veggies because I looked at the bottom of the screen.
I almost made that mistake as well. All right, and the real floaty nature of Samus's second jump there can close a hell of a vertical gap. Yeah. You'll find them playing low. But somebody with some masterful stage air control can make that a punishment more than a boon. Taking their time, Clyde not wanting to provide an opening, looking for one themselves. Both at about just over 100% damage here. And I think that's gonna be it for one of the two. Yep, and there goes the second.
Easy to maintain after you get that first one out of there. Setting on a nice charge shot, peppering up. Unfortunately, didn't land on the actual one that takes damage. Third missed plasma shot. I'm sure it's frustrating to see. Both our first matches started off on a relatively simple 3-platform battlefield.
Yeah.
Hoping to see somebody go crazy, though, like I said, and pick some of these more radical maps.
Yeah, and Retro got rid of one of Clyde's stocks, so both at 3 stocks in reserve here.
Did have a heck of a lead on him. I thought, Clyde already dished out a lot of punishment, and that was going to be a stock finished off quick, but almost a 40% gap closer from Retro. A lot easier than last week having 2 Retros.
You're right about Samus really can recover with that very high jump, yeah.
I believe they also have the ability like the hook shot and chain shot users where she can technically use her grapple to grab the stage, but not something I see typically used a lot.
Yeah, and Clyde does get rid of one of Retro's characters again, one left here.
I'm going to be holding on for dear life. Right now I feel like Retro is just trying to get as much use out of this last bit of health on his stock as he can. Already being 1 player down, yeah.
There goes both ice climbers out, 2 stocks remaining for Retro.
Nice and refreshed though, only has to find 1 opening to send Clyde to the moon.
Yeah. Yeah, 162% damage. Clyde's going to need to be very careful here.
And there it is. Almost a perfectly even match here. 13% is barely anything. Clyde trying to widen that gap a little bit more, but Retro hanging on to it says, I don't want to, but takes one to the face anyway. The power cannon is nothing to mess with. Upwards through the stage, he's trying to maintain distance, but that up A, the quick little corkscrew kick, it's such a quick move, reaches just up. I only got to hit you with my toes, and here's 15 damage.
And it's crazy that this match is so close when when they're tied at 1-1. Both contestants must really be feeling the pressure here.
Definitely wanting to make sure their teams are the ones that go to the finals.
Yeah.
Gonna lose Nana.
Yeah.
Retro showing a little bit of a better performance here on this solo character than the other stocks. Playing a bit aggressively, but also maintaining a respectable distance. I've seen a couple of charge attacks missed from Clyde just on the nose. That one, however, connects to the nose.
Yeah. And managed to close the distance as well on the damage percentage.
Oh! A sweep kick sends him up. He's going to find that charge shot. And with no one to help him recover. Yeah.
Alright, final stock for Retro here.
Gotta be careful. A charge shot could take out that shield, and you'll need a roll. This is going to be the stock that Clyde really wants to build his distance on, because when he comes in new and refreshed, he'll only have whatever's remaining to handle for the match. And he's looking like he's doing very well, building a healthy gap. Again, trying to find those corkscrew kicks through the platform. Looks like we're going to have just north of 100.
Oh, can't recover. One stock remaining.
Very healthy lead.
Yeah, 100%, 100, well now 90, 80, but still.
Yeah. With Nana around, it's going to be easier for Retro to close that gap, but still, it's nothing to laugh at. Like, that's going to be a huge uphill battle. He's doing well, though, so far.
Yeah.
The first hit he's taken since he came back was only an 8%. No, he unfortunately rolls off stage!
Wow.
He was maintaining such good control and whittling Clyde right back up to an equal footing, and just got a little bit, I don't know, just the pressure mounted, man. That's what happens on game day. Ganondorf and Mario, excellent. We are coming onto the Cornea. I don't know how the ship's Star Fox ship. Yeah.
But it is this. I have to say, this map is the one that is, for me anyway, the most iconic that I remember the most playing. I don't know why. I think maybe because even from Nintendo 64 days.
Yeah, that's I believe the staple. Just because on the N64 it was one of the few bigger open maps, you know, where you could have those traditional battles. The lower portion over there on the bottom right that Clyde's about to be visiting, I love it absolutely. Retro taking a stock already, and was also the first to experience a stage hazard. He took a little bit of blaster fired from one of those wings. Clyde not quite able to finish him off, and just as I say it, evens the ground.
So
another stage hazard coming in.
And they're very close again, 3-3 and almost identical on damage, just less than 10% away. Oh, but now
Ganondorf, a little bit of a slower character. He's not able to find punishment. If you notice, Clyde charged an attack up. Retro tried to get in there to get purchase and wasn't able to.
There we go. Ganondorf only down to 2 stocks. Retro Game Master, I mean.
Well, I don't know if that's Retro having a problem with his input or what there. Maybe just taking a second to collect himself.
Yeah, I think that looked like they were disappointed by that death there.
Still room to recover, though.
Absolutely. Only one more stock for Clyde. Nothing is written here.
With Clyde taking that first matchup, though, you know that Retro's gone absolute wire here, fighting for everything he has. This is what keeps his team in the game.
Oh, Clyde able to recover very well there.
If you notice that that over B cape really lets Mario close a little bit more horizontal distance than just having to rely on his jumps alone.
Yeah, and there Retro loses another stock, down to 3-1 now.
The gap widening more by the second. Unfortunately, Clyde getting just, I think, a quicker character matchup here. Just like I was speaking about that punishment earlier, he wasn't able to capitalize on it because Ganon's just too slow.
Okay, and manages to get rid of one of Clyde's stocks now. The distance is a bit less, but still it's going to be very hard here for Retro Game Master to come back with a lot more damage percentage and one less stock. Let's see what happens.
He's getting absolutely peppered, though. It's going to be hell or high water if Clyde's going out like this. Oh. And no punishment, able to down evade that. Really holding on. You see Retro almost panicking with these down A's. Oh, and that's it. Clyde still with a stock in the bank.
So that's 2-0 for Clyde. Only needs one more character to win this whole thing for their team. And going for Fox, Star Fox as their last character, and Retro Game Master going for Marth.
Now this is a chaotic stage I was hoping for. Poke Floats. Excellent. This isn't where it's all just about your gameplay and how well you know your character and your opponent. This is, oh shit, what am I going to do about that Onyx? Like, you have to constantly be moving. There's a lot more opportunity to, I don't want to say edge deny, because it's not that, but like the equivalent of playing your opponents off the stage. Unfortunately, Retro losing a stock early out of the gates before things really start moving.
You need to get off that Onyx before,
Clyde seeming to prioritize location on map rather than trying to get damage in. Figures if he can maintain his life, maybe Retro will take care of himself.
And remember, it is Retro that chose this map as the loser chooses the next map, so I wonder what they were thinking. Was it for the meme, or did they think they would have an advantage here?
I would say at this point advantage. If I lost 2 of my matches there, and I knew I was down to the last thing, if they have me bait on skill, maybe I can play off chaos.
Yeah.
Clyde rubbing salt in the fucking wound. Wow. That's better than any taunt that you have on the D-pad. I'm speechless, frankly. Oof. I mean, Retro already facing an uphill battle here, and now just getting shamed. Carried off screen. Is he able to recover? He's not. Another star.
Oh, he is!
Saved by the Whooper!
He is!
What a save!
Wow. Well, that's that chaos we were talking about.
Exactly. You know, sometimes you have to rely on the luck.
Only one stock away from losing this whole match, though.
He's going to have to hope for a lot of chaos coming Clyde's way. Going to try and deny him off the edge there. Unfortunately, not going to find platform. They're all very careful. Ooh, and getting an unintentional stake spike off that whooper horn. Just barely got off that Snorlax.
They're gonna go off screen now, but both managed to jump back onto. Oh! Ugh. Why am I so stressed out?
Because it comes down to this. Retro performing a little bit better this time around with his final stock. Gonna have to really find a way to make Clyde slip up, though. That Goldeen... Oh, no! Almost slipped right off the back of the Slowpoke tail. Or Lickitung tail.
Yeah, I also thought it was Slowpoke.
They're very similar.
Oh!
Oh, wow.
It's the chaos of the stage that is keeping these folks alive right now.
Uses the Chansey and now jumping back, but...
Pokemon giveth, Pokemon taketh away.
Clyde...
He needed to just hang around for that Chansey. He needed to just hang around.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's it!
That's it. Wow.
Fantastic matchup. Let's get them unmuted, undeafened. Yeah. Wow.
3-0 for Clyde. Protoman's Protectors go to the finals.
We're actually gonna mute Retro because he likes music. So, Clyde, my God, and let's just jump right to the highlight, dude. The salt in the wound fox death on Poke Floats. You know what? Don't worry, I'm going down with you. Was that intentional? Yeah.
I wouldn't say intentional, but I saw it happening and I was like, okay.
Oh God, man, that was brutal. So we have chat lighting up. Where apparently he put some matches up against Proto ahead of time. He says he got a good clip of you two to share about Poke Floats. Were you expecting to see the stage come on competition day?
Yes, 100%. And Proto, just so you know, I actually did scream fucking, what was that? Fucking Psyduck or whatever it was that killed me. Chansey, fuck Chansey. And that was a match, and that's probably what they're talking about.
I did. I was like, if you just hung out and did your up B in the upwards direction, it would have bought you enough time to have the chance to come back around and save your ass. Oh, well, yeah, no, we were talking about it. Don't you worry. But so
at
obviously,
that point, real talk. By that point, I knew that worst case scenario, I was taking Fox into Final Destination with Ganondorf. So I was like, like real,
right. You're gonna be fine. It's one of those things, obviously you played a lot of this game in your time, no?
Yes, this is the game I used to play locals tournaments back when I was young, so I was ready for this one. And like I said, me and Proto ran a lot of matches. In case you couldn't tell by Proto's performance.
No, I obviously was impressed by both of you guys putting up things here. It's nothing to look down on Retro. You had a hard hill to climb with that one, I think. I believe any of us here would have been a little bit intimidated. That being said, it is a wins for Proto-Man's Protectors. You guys move on. Things keep going forward for you. Anything?
In the vein of Game Champs thing, this is where I lost it for us last time. So I got my redemption arc too. We're just full of them today.
Excellent. Do you guys think you're going to maintain that momentum into next week?
Absolutely.
Excellent. We love to hear it, gentlemen. Well, hell, Raph, is that? I believe that's the last game we have. Is it? Is that all we got?
It is. The Retro Game Master, do you want to say something? That's it.
He just says, good luck for gold. Oh, GL for gold, you all. Just says GG, and he typing out a little bit more here. But other than that, no, you guys, hell of a performance, Clyde. Just amazing. Absolute brutal. That unintentional stage spike, Retro. You had an amazing on Poke Floats there. Marth, you did an upwards A, taking Fox into the Whooper Horn, causing an unintentional stage spike right into nothing. It was just, I don't know. What I was talking about the whole time with that match was the chaos of that stage is what's going to make or break people here.
Yeah, Retro saying they unfortunately didn't do well under pressure in the chat.
Oh my God, who does? So yeah. I feel you there. But let's get you two out of here, and we'll wrap up some things and talk about what we have on the agenda for next week. Thanks for being here.
Again.
Thank you, guys. All right, time. So we have Hyrule Heroes and Protoman's Protectors with assured medals, guaranteed to get a medal at the end of next week. Who gets the gold? Who gets the silver? That's what we're going to have to find out. Meanwhile, Cressus Crusaders and Uchida's Ushers are going to be in a very, very high-pressure situation because the winner will get the bronze medal. Unfortunately, the loser will go home with nothing. So that's going to really be one to look out.
That being said, we do have some games to announce and what we're looking forward for the Absolute Showdown finale.
Absolutely.
Everybody, it's come time to bring home the final games of the arena, the big trifecta. We've got some fan favorites. We've got some big IPs. We've got some games that you know and love, and it's time to prove your mettle in the battleground. First up, we're taking it to Mega Man 01 on the Game Boy Advanced.
Clear the final mission by defeating Copy X in the fastest time.
Excellent. And now that's a series I know and love. I'm thrilled to see what you guys can do. It's an unforgiving game, and just a series overall. Thankfully, you're not going for grades on this one, or you would have one hell of an uphill battle. Next on the list, we're taking it to Neo Turf Masters back in the Fightcade. Raph, rules.
First player to get 5 whole wins over the other player in match play. The course is randomly generated by the referee.
Excellent. So no more shenanigans, no more trying to strategize your stage into the course. You better know all of them a little bit because we might take you to any of them. And finally, we rounded out with Super Mario Superstar Baseball.
And rules to be determined for that one.
I think we're both looking at a sheet that might be a little outdated. I believe the rules are on our website.
No, the website says that's where I'm looking.
Oh, gotcha. All right, so TBD, we're still getting that fleshed out, folks, but we are finaling it out with Mario Superstar Baseball.
So another GameCube game to finish it all off.
Trying to keep things relevant, trying to keep things hyped and interested for what's to come eventually. But that's what we have for you next week. Thrilled to all the viewers here, the competitors who put up your medal today. An amazing performance from everyone. Like Raph was saying earlier, we have medals to award next time for whoever stands the champion and takes home the crown. That being said, this has been Time Crush, Starblades, Raph with guest Nep here. Ham ha to all of you, and whatever the hamster phrase is for we'll see you later. Talk to you next time.
Thank you.
Congrats to everyone. See you next time.
Bye, guys. See you in the finals.